Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine being born into, well, immense cinematic legacy, getting a business degree from a top U.S. university, working in Dubai, and then pivoting to become one of the most versatile and celebrated actors in a totally different industry. That's a fascinating story of Dulquer Salmaan, the subject of our deep dive today.
Yeah, and what truly stands out, looking at the sources we've gathered, is how they paint this picture, not just of a successful actor, but a genuine multi-hyphenate.
Yeah.
So our mission today is really to sift through the layers of his, well, remarkable career, his personal life, and his broader impact, to really understand the full scope of his influence and maybe why his journey feels so unique.
Absolutely. You might know from his hit films, sure.
Right.
But his story starts back in Kochi, Kerala. Born July 28, 1983, his
Right.
father is the legendary actor Mammootty, and his mother's Sulfath Kutty. So, yeah, those cinematic roots run incredibly deep. But here's where it gets interesting, right? His early path wasn't a direct line to the silver screen. Not at all. He went to Tokaj Public School in Vitala, Sisha School in Chennai, and then made a pretty significant move to the States.
Indeed. He went for a bachelor's in business management from Purdue University, which for someone, seemingly destined for cinema, that's certainly not the traditional route.
Not at all.
And after graduating, he actually worked as a business manager in Dubai. This kind of raises a powerful question, doesn't it? What really motivates someone who has this stable, pretty successful business career to just completely switch gears, especially into a creative field and one as demanding as acting?
That is a powerful question. And from what the sources suggest, it wasn't just a whim. It points to maybe a deep-seated desire, almost like a creative hunger,
Yeah.
perhaps feeling a bit stifled in that corporate role.
Exactly. The sources do highlight that creative constraint as like the key driver.
Yeah.
It ultimately led him to take a focused, okay, maybe short, but focused 3-month acting course
Yeah.
at Barry John's acting studio in Mumbai before finally, diving into cinema.
Mm.
It shows a real shift in passion, I think, but maybe also a calculated one. Suggests his business sense might have subtly influenced that strategic career pivot.
And what a pivot it turned out to be. His debut came in 2012, Malayalam crime drama, Second Show. And he didn't waste any time establishing himself either. Followed that up the very same year with Ustad Hotel, which, bang, earned him the Filmfare Award for Best Male Debut South. An immediate signal of his potential, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. And he quickly gained momentum, taking on these really diverse roles, showcased his versatility early on, from romantic leads in films like ABCD, That's American Born Confused Desi, to more maybe experimental narratives like Neelu Kasham, Pachakadal Chivana Bhumi, and Vaya Mudi Pasivam. This early diversification, it feels like a strategic move,
Yeah.
allowed him to avoid being typecast,
Right.
right? And it really set the foundation for his future pan-Indian appeal.
Yeah, and zooming out a bit, his breakthrough really came with that 2014 ensemble hit, Bangalore Days. That film was a genuine game changer, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
It showed his ability to be part of the successful group but still command attention. Really solidified his position as a prominent lead.
Totally agree. And from that point, his Malayalam filmography just, well, it exploded with acclaimed films. We're talking Vikramadithian, Charlie, for which he even won the Kerala State Film Award for Best Actor, which is huge.
Right.
Then Kali, Kamati Padam, Jamanta Suvashangal, and more recently, the highly successful Kurup in 2021. But the truly remarkable aspect isn't just his success in Malayalam cinema.
Okay, yeah, here's where it gets really interesting. He's not just a regional star. His ability to deliver across multiple languages, that truly defines his versatility and sets him apart. I mean, for an audience maybe already familiar with his work, the real significance isn't just that he's doing films in different languages, it's that he's achieving genuine pan-Indian appeal. That's a rare feat for many regional stars. It signals a shift in how Indian cinema defines its leading men, maybe beyond just linguistic boundaries.
Precisely. He expanded successfully into other language industries, proving his range and appeal time and again. In Tamil cinema, you've got hits like O Kadhal Kammani and Kanam Kankalaya Dithal. Big success. Then, in Telugu cinema, he's had massive successes with Mahanadi, Sita Ramam, and Lucky Bhaskar. For Lucky Bhaskar, he won the Filmfare Critics Award for Best Actor Telugu. His recent really significant inroads into Telugu cinema, even meeting with the Telangana chief minister, it just underscores his growing pan-Indian visibility. He's not just popping up in these films, he's leading them and winning major awards for them.
So, okay, clearly a powerhouse actor. But the sources show us he's truly multifaceted. It's not just the acting. Beyond that, he's also a talented playback singer, he's a film producer, and a genuine philanthropist. It seems like that earlier business education isn't just some footnote. It's actively shaping his career path now.
Yeah, that's a key takeaway here, I think, how he extends his influence far beyond just entertainment, touching on social impact, even future technologies. He founded Wayfarer Films back in 2019, and the sources specifically note its mission, supporting emerging talent.
Oh, interesting.
So this isn't just about, financial independence for him. It's a strategic move. Gives him creative control, sure, but also empowers new talent, fundamentally shaping the industry from within. You could say that's a direct application of his business degree right there in the creative sphere.
And speaking of Wayfarer Films, Kurup was a huge production success under that banner, right?
Massive.
It was notable, too, for being the first Indian film to launch an NFT collectible.
Right, the NFT thing.
A unique digital asset fans could buy and own. It created this new revenue stream and, I guess, a more immersive way for audiences to engage beyond just watching the film. And, of course, it did really well at the box office, too.
Mm-hmm.
But his entrepreneurial spirit goes even further, into ventures you might not expect. For instance, did you know his passion for cars and motorsports actually connects with his investments? He's invested in forward-looking e-mobility companies like Ultraviolet Automotive.
Really? I didn't realize that specific connection.
Yeah. So it's not just a hobby. It suggests maybe a strategic foresight, seeing a convergence of tech and sustainability. It kind of distinguishes him as an entrepreneur with a vision beyond just cinema.
That's fascinating. And that philanthropic side you mentioned, it seems really strong, too. He's not just about the glitz and glamour. He seems actively involved in social causes, public welfare, affiliated with prominent NGOs, Chennai Task Force, SOS Children's Village, Helpage India, and he also directs the family's motherhood hospital. It really paints a picture of someone using his influence, his resources, to make a tangible difference. Extends his impact way beyond the screen.
Right. Shifting gears a little, just briefly, to his personal life. He married Amal Sufia, she's an architect, back in December 2011. And they have a daughter, born in May 2017. He does seem to keep his family life relatively private.
Yeah, which is pretty common for public figures, understandable. But his professional recognition, as we've kind of touched on throughout, is just undeniable. Consistently among Malayalam cinema's highest paid actors, garnered numerous accolades. We mentioned 5 Filmfare Awards South, a Kerala State Film Award, a Telangana Gadar Film Award. He's truly a versatile actor, celebrated across Indian cinema, no question.
So, okay, what does this all mean when we try to bring it all together? We've seen the achievements, the versatility, the business side, but the sources also acknowledge, and we should too, that he's widely recognized as a Nepo kid, being born into a film family.
Mm.
How does an artist navigate those expectations, the perceptions that come with such a famous lineage, especially someone as iconic as Mammootty? Did the sources touch on any specific challenges or maybe heightened scrutiny he faced because of that, even with his obvious talent?
That's a really crucial point, and yeah, the sources don't shy away from it. While he was born into that film family, he is consistently praised for forging a career through his own talent and perseverance, often against that very backdrop of high expectations.
Right.
So the nuanced takeaway seems to be he didn't just inherit a platform, he actively built his own. And his, thoughtful role selection and that consistent crossover appeal are key evidence here.
So it's not just relying on the name.
Exactly. He's proving himself film after film, language after language. His journey feels like a sort of quiet defiance, maybe, focusing entirely on honing his craft rather than just, leveraging the family name.
That makes sense. So to sort of wrap it up, Dulquer Salmaan emerges as this truly multifaceted force, a versatile actor spanning languages, a shrewd producer empowering new talent, a committed philanthropist, an unexpected entrepreneur with an eye on future tech. He's someone who has clearly defined his own identity in a super competitive industry, not just following in footsteps, but carving entirely new paths.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, maybe, Dulquer Salmaan's story really makes you consider, in this age of constant information, predefined labels, how do individuals truly distinguish themselves? How do they build a unique legacy that not only transcends their beginnings, but also extends into such diverse fields, way beyond their perceived main calling? It's quite something.
Absolutely. It's a great point to ponder. We definitely encourage you, the listener, to explore more of his work or maybe look into other multi-talented figures who've defied expectations and build these really unique careers. You might be surprised at what hidden depths and strategic insights you discover.